guys, what's up? Today, I'm gonna teach you my favorite licks, such as, such as, such as, such as, such as, such as, okay, I'm gonna show you my to-go licks that really help me play music, that help me kind of execute these licks and ideas whenever I can. And I feel like sometimes the word chops, it has been given like not the best representation, if that makes sense. Sometimes I feel like people say, oh, chops, that just means but really, to me, like I've said previously, chops means ideas. So when you look at your sheet, by saying licks, I mean ideas. And these ideas, when I'm going to show them to you, please make sure you download the PDF. When I play these licks in the practice room, I'm thinking right kick, or I'm thinking, okay, cool, this is in 16 notes and I'm increasing by 30, 16, I increase the BPM, and I think of it in a very methodical way when I'm practicing. But then I believe that, first you, with your mind, understand something, understand the mechanics, like really sit with it and be like, all right, now I'm going right kick. So before we dive in, I want to show you and explain to you how you can take this away and how you can work on it on your own time before we dive right in. And I think that's the most super important thing. Because again, like, you can find licks anywhere and everywhere, all over the internet, all over the Drumeo website, from incredible coaches and from the incredible staff that they have. But before we dive in, I want to show you, I think, my approach of how I take licks and expand on them, and how I can take them from the practice room and apply them in a real life situation. Okay, so, and by the way, guys, submit your questions. Okay, I have questions open. All right, so when I'm learning any sort of idea, chop, lick, groove, anything, I sit down and I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do? Maybe I had a sheet of paper. In this case, there's the PDF. And I tell myself, okay, there's right kick. And I sit there and I go, okay, here's my right hand. And like, I'll be so obvious because you really want to digest the information. So right kick, right kick, right kick, right kick. Okay, I understand it. Okay, let me turn on the metronome now, because you want to play it to a metronome to make sure that you're in time. Then step 2 is understanding the note rate. Okay, 16 notes. So if I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, 2. I'll repeat it again. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Okay, now I'm gonna say, I just did it on floor tom and kick drum. Okay, now let me expand on this one lick. So let's orchestrate it now with the same sticking, okay? 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Okay, now we orchestrated it. Now let's change up the sticking. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. So this is the application of how I take an idea /lick/chop and make it my own. And I wanted to share this with you because if you look at the PDF, I did not say right, left. I did not say, like, I didn't give all the combinations, or I didn't even give you a specific combination, because I really want you to experiment and make it your own and add your own stickings. So let's open the, let me open the PDF. Okay. So if you look at the PDF, everything is written, and thank you, Sergio, for doing such an amazing job every single week. Appreciate you so much. And the way we orchestrated it is kick and snare only, okay? So if you look at your PDF, it's only kick and snare. And again, I lied. Number 5 and number 7 have stickings. But other than that, there isn't. So before we dive into any of the exercises, I want us to sing it, okay? So the kick is going to be go, or you can go boom, or anything that you think represents the kick frequency. And again, don't be afraid to sound silly, or don't be afraid, to just speak. Even if you look silly, it's for a good cause. Because we want to hear, I believe, and I choose to hear these grooves, licks, and ideas in a very musical way. And again, musical, everyone says, or not everybody says, I've heard this a lot, that people say that, oh, this person's musical because they're leaving a lot of space. And it's like, again, that's a very ambiguous statement. Where, to me, what musical means, whether it's slow, fast, in between, no space, there is space, is that you're literally singing. There are some people who are so fast, and I'm just like, I can't comprehend that. But if you really slow it down or you listen to them, you can tell they're really singing what they're playing. And I've talked about this previously, so I just wanted to highlight that. So to me, musicality means singing and hearing a melody of the kick and the snare, for instance. And then when you go and play live, or when you're playing with people, or you're jamming with people, when you want to execute some of these licks, you don't have to tap into right, left, kick, left, right, kick, although you can if you really want to get. Sometimes I do that if I want to set up a shot, or sometimes I do, but if I'm at my most relaxed state, I will not go right, left, kick, left, right, kick. I'll think, okay, I'm grooving. Daga dukat, daka udaka 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 udata pa. Then it's very, because you're really, then instead of getting very heady, you're really getting into the groove of things and in that state of flow. Okay, Sarah, too much talking, darling. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, so everybody, please look at number 1. Number 1 is 16th notes, and it's kick, snare, snare, kick. Okay, kick, snare, snare, kick. So, kick, snare, snare, kick. Step 1. Okay, let's isolate it. Okay, kick, snare, snare, kick. What are all the combinations that I can do with this? So right now, I am doing kick, right, left, kick. Okay? How about I do kick, left, right, kick? Now, I'll do kick, left, left, kick. Okay. Kick, right, right, kick. All right. What about together? So we kind of executed all the possibilities that we can. 2 on one hand, 2 with the other hand, or mixing them up, or even together. So we've established all the stickings. Then we can go to the orchestration. Kick, right, left, kick. Kick, left, right, kick. Kick, hand, hand, kick. And I love using the word hand because hand to me means any hand. Like, it doesn't have to be right or left. Or it can just mean together. Or you can go. So that's kind of my approach to creativity, is keeping the thought open. You have a concrete idea, but it's not really set in stone of exactly what it is. All we know, if you look on the PDF, you're thinking, everyone, okay, we're going to sound like a monkey, all right? But do it with me. Do ga ga do do ga ga do do ga ga do do ga ga do do da ga gu gu ga ga gu ga ga gu ga. Play it. Ga 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 ga. Change it. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense of what I am saying, my lovely friends? And submit your questions, guys and gals. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? Yes, can I have a yes before I continue? Can I have a yes before I continue? I need somebody to say yes before I continue. I want to make sure that you're all paying attention. I don't see a yes. I need somebody right now to write yes in the chat. Then I can move on. One person. Anybody. Just anybody. Nobody? Okay, that's okay. Maybe it's just taking long to load. Okay, it's okay. I want to keep moving on. Okay, my heart's slightly broken, but that's okay. All right, guys. So now let's groove together. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, 2, 3. Okay, orchestrate. Ooh ga ga, ooh ga, sticking. Ah, ooh ooh ah ah. Now let's have fun. Okay, check this out. Crossover. Okay, now together. Ooh ah ah oh. Oh, nice. Let's add some cymbals. Oh kaka, oh kaka, oh kaka, oh kaka, oh. So that's number 1. That's kick, hand, kick. So let's move on to number 2. I think this is slightly frozen. Oh, refresh. I just refreshed. Yay, I just saw so many yeses. Okay, my heart is now made. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, good. I was worried there for a second. I did refresh. Thank you, guys. I just refreshed. Okay. Let's move on to number 2, okay? If you look at number 2, basically what it is an inverted version of number 1. It's hand, kick, kick, hand. Or if you're looking at the PDF, it's snare, kick, kick, snare, okay? So, number 1, isolate it. All right, sing it with me, guys. Ka, kum, kum. Ka, ka, kum, kum. Ka, ka. Do it with me. And visualize it. Like, now, let's not look at the PDF. Close your eyes and visualize it. Snare, kick, kick, snare, and speak it out loud. It's okay if it feels weird. It's okay if you feel crazy, or it's okay if you feel people are going to laugh at you. That's okay. And I think, one thing that I've realized through my experience of being an artist / drummer / musician / whatever, is that the beauty of art is expressing yourself and stepping outside the boundaries. And stepping and coloring outside of the lines. So it's okay. Let's get messy. Let's get creative. Okay, so everybody with me, speak it with me. Close your eyes. Ka, kum, kum. Ka, ka, kum, kum. Ka, ka, kum, kum. Ka, ka, kum, kum. Play. Ka, ka, kum, kum. Ah, ka, ah, go, go. So I just did right. Now left. Go, go. Separate hands. Now together. Right, kick, kick. Left. Now left. Kick, kick. Right together. Hand, kick, kick. Hand, kick, kick, hand. So do you see that? If you just internalize, sometimes I find this, like before, when I was in school, they would make us transcribe things. But transcribe as in like write it down, have it exactly like the musician that has played it. And it's like we had to memorize it. And for some reason, it wouldn't stay with me. Like I couldn't memorize it. Like I could memorize it for the test. But if I had to like look 2 years later, I'd be like, I can't even remember it. And for me to access what I transcribed, I'd have to really think about it. Whereas instead, if you think of a rhythm like da, it will stay with you. If you play a groove, and these, like, by speaking it, you're tapping into that heart, soul, body, gut, instead of what's 5 times 3, and it's like okay, 50, and don't worry, I passed grade 5 math. It's okay. So I'm really reinforcing this point because I think it's very underrated. that, we'll keep referring to a PDF, but before we end today's lesson, I want you to internalize these. How many do we have here? I would love for you all to internalize it, not memorize it, internalize it. And I think there's a complete difference, okay? So we did number 2. So remember how I said number 2 is an inversion of number 1? So what I even like to do now, I like to put 1 and 2 together, like so. So if I play number 1 first, kick, right, left, kick, and then number 2, right, kick, kick, left. So if you take number 1, kick, hand, kick. Number 2, hand, kick, hand. So let's beatbox it. Ku, ka, ka, ku, ka, ku, ku, ka. Repeat it with me. Ku, ka, ka, ku, ka, ku, ku, ka, ku, ka, ka, ku, ka, ku, ku, ka. Okay, so if I'm playing a groove, and always practice to a metronome, after you isolate what's happening, after you really speak it and figure out what's happening mechanically and the melody of the rhythm, turn on the metronome and play a groove, and then use it as a fill or even a part of the groove or whatever you can. But groove is very important, playing to a groove and or metronome. Okay, 1, 2, and it's at 16th notes. Okay, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. It's notated as 16th notes, but you can play it as quarter notes. You can play it as 8th notes. If you're feeling daring, you can play as 32nd notes. Okay, so let's do 8th notes. 1 and 2. It's like, like those big stadium fills. 1, 2. Big stadium fill as 8th notes. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. Oh my god, my iPad. Ready again. Fill. Oh, oh. Now change the note rate. 16 notes now. Does that make sense? I feel like by the end of this year, this iPad is going to be cracked. Okay, it's okay. So does that make sense? Then you can explore note rate. Play it as quarter notes. Play it as 8th notes. Play it as 16 notes. Play it as 32nd notes. And if you're feeling even more daring, you can even play it as triplets or 16-note triplets. So if I'm going and 2 and 3 and 4 and okay, I have to think about that. Yeah, okay. Ready? Go, slow down. Look at my left foot's gonna keep it going to understand where it falls. Okay? And I was taking number 1 and playing it as triplets. Now I'll take number 2. 1, 16-note triplets. 3, 4. Now let's do it together. Okay, let me think about this. I'm slightly rusty. But do you see, like, I haven't practiced this in 16 notes at all. But because I can sing it, okay, so if I take into 16-note triplets and think so then you can make it work, you can make it fit because you can hear it in your head. So see, that's the power of internalization versus memorization. Okay, now let's go to number 3. Let me check if we have any questions. Yeah, let me refresh. All right, lovelies. Everyone's saying that this makes sense. Everyone says that this makes sense. Everybody's saying that this makes sense. Okay, guys, and submit your questions, please, and thank you. All right, we're going to move on now to number 3. So this is written in triplets, but I personally love to play it in 16-note triplet. But the reason I think it's good to practice it in triplets because it's slower and you can isolate it and be as clear as you want to be with it before you speed it up. Okay, so if I have to think about this. Do do ba boom 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 ba boom. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, triplet. Ready? What? Ready? Kick hand. Kick up. Hey. Oh. Alright, like you're playing like a country festival. Hey. Alright. Okay, triplet fill. Hey. Ha. 16 triplets. Now we're gonna do 16 no triplets, alright? Double of this. Hey! Woo! I'm having fun. Okay. Sarah, stay on task. Stay on task, okay? Because you're going to get fired if you don't stay on task. And you got to follow the PDF. Let me take another sip of my coffee. Okay. I got really excited. I told you this is my favorite one to do. And, like, if I want to play... So I did it, like... So I did triplets. 16 triplets. Remember, it's kick, hand. Now let's do, like, some swung funk. We're going to play it in 16-note triplet. Now! And I like to try even faster. Or you know what? Even if we go, okay, sometimes I like to go even faster. Let me see how fast we can go. This is how fast you can do it. Like even when when you're ending a show, thank you and good night. Thank you. Oh, I had such a great time playing for you all. I had such a great, okay, and yeah. Whoa, baby. Do you see what I did there? Literally just kick, hand. You see all the possibilities? Okay, let me open the chat. I just want to make sure you guys are with me. Refresh. I hope I didn't scare anybody away. Did I scare anybody away? Oh, that was a good workout. I'm already sweating. Okay. Everybody's loving it. Okay, yay. All right. So 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to tap into 4. Okay? 4. Everybody look at 4. So I get asked a lot. How do I work on my single kick pedal, my speed on my single kick? So number 4 has definitely really helped me work on my my right foot strength. So if you look at number 4, it's basically hand, kick, and it's written as 16th notes. So let's isolate. Let's sing it first, everybody. Ta, kum, ta, kum, ta, kum, ta, kum. Right? If we play it here, right, let's try right kick, right kick. Let's try left kick, left kick. Right kick, left kick. All right. Left kick, right kick. Okay, together. Okay, now in a groove. 16 notes first. E and a. So when you notice when I went to crash, because the first beat is hand, oh, you can do two things. You can either do a double kick at the end, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, or you can go 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Okay, because remember, the idea is as important as how you lead into the idea and how you get out of the idea. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So when I'm working on this, when I play it to a metronome or when I play it to a groove, I like to think of it like I'm playing a song or something. Or I'll play to loops, as you guys know, or I'll play to a song. So I can predetermine that, okay, now how am I going to get out of this fill? How am I going to get out of... yeah, okay, double kick. Or if it's really fast. So how I worked on my single foot is basically I would keep speeding it up, like 30, 40, 50, 60. I would go all the way up to whatever, 150, 140 or something, and play it in 16 notes. But really make sure that each kick is heard, and it's not like the dynamic level of the kick is the same. This one's hard for me. Hold on. So that was left kick, right kick. I'm not the best with leading with my left hand. Or that was triplet. Possibilities are so infinite. Like with all of these 7 exercises, you can literally go for years and you'd be okay, because there's so many different ways of playing this. Does that make sense before we move on to number 5? And I saw there's tons of questions in the question box. I will get to all of them, but I want to make sure I get through this first. How we doing, my friends? How are we doing? Is everybody doing okay? Is this making sense to everybody? Okay, let's move on. We have, I think, 3 more until we can start answering questions. Okay, so now we are on number 5. Now this is literally on your snare drum first. Okay, remember, we're going to keep going deeper and deeper. So if you look at number 5, you're going to see it's right, left, then right, right, left, left. So single, double, double. And it's in 16th note triplet and 6-tuplet. So if I'm going to practice this, so I've isolated the sticking. So I'm going right, left, right, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, left. This is my favorite lick. Like, if I had to choose my favorite lick, this is it. Because you watch, like, I'm already, like, getting so excited, okay? So if I'm counting here, 1, 2, 16 on triplet, okay? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now. Okay, and then what I like to do is whenever I see singles paired with doubles, I try to take advantage of the singles and orchestrate it around the kit and or cymbal. So watch this. Because right left is the accent. Okay, first let me play it fast so you can see what it sounds like fast. So I'm going. Hold on. Sloppy. No. A little sloppy. I haven't warmed up. I apologize, guys. So what I did first is I did. What am I doing? What am I doing? The two singles, I'm voicing it. Right, left, double. When I hit the cymbals, I like to hit the kick at the same time. So right, left, right, left, left. Start slow. Or sometimes I'll do right on the cymbal, right, left, then double. So you can play that 16-note triplets, or you can do 16th notes and or 32nd notes. And because it's a 6-bar phrase, it's gonna overlap. So if I'm going up, so I'm hitting the kick with the right. I have a tendency to just like play and improvise with this. So I'm like, okay, only play this idea. So if you look, I'm going with the kick. Just add some emphasis. Okay, then let's even stretch it out even more. What if we go? So right now, if I'm going right, left, left. What if I go right, left, left. So if I'm going, boom. Okay, now. So both of them with the kick. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey. And then if I'm really feeling like to improvise, okay, I forgot to mention one thing. Because it's a 6-note phrase, you'll notice that in the end you have to add 2 extra notes. So when you notice if I'm playing in 16 notes or 32nd notes, if I'm going 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. So it's 2 less. So I'm going 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1. So count, make sure you're counting because sometimes you'll have to add 1E and a 2, 1E and I had to add 2. So it's like, make sure you're counting so you know when to land, especially if you're playing in 60 notes or 30 seconds, because again, it's a 6-note pattern, okay? I'm sorry I'm jumping around. I hope I'm being clear. Let me know if I'm not and if I can explain anything. I just love this. I love this. This is my favorite sticking. So what I did to make it even more creative, so check it. So I started improvising because now with my brain I know that it's a single and a double. Well, 2 doubles. So what you can do is you can just keep repeating the singles and then the double, then go back to the single. So check it. Now does that make sense, guys? Because then you're tapping into improvisation. Because again, you're hearing daga, do do da da, gaga gaga, do do da da, do do da da, gaga gaga. So if you're just thinking, so it's like really speak it. I want to show you. Look how you can improvise over this and make it your own. Hey. Then I just do singles. You see? That makes sense. Does that make sense? Before we move on to number 6. So we love drums so much. Sometimes I'm like, is this really my life? Like we get to play drums. It's actually unbelievable. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, there are questions. Okay, 2 more, then we're going to get to questions. And submit more. Keep submitting more. Keep submitting questions that when it hits 2 o'clock, it's going to be like, oh, I still have questions to answer. And then we can, like, extend it. Just want to be here for you all, my lovely people. Okay, now, number 6. Now, number 6 is not, it's not a lick per se. Number 6 to me is a pattern. Yeah. Number 6, I don't think of as right, left, whatever. I ultimately sing it. So if you look at number 6, it's basically you're hitting on the E and on the Okay, I added 2. E and E E E E. Oh, and it's like this to me is such a universal like rhythm. It's simple to comprehend, but when you apply it, it is so beautiful. Because look, you can, especially in Latin music, Cuban music, or Brazil, anything. So check this out. So if I'm playing Brazilian, if I'm playing Cuban. Whoa. And it's like, again, remember I talked about landing, how important landing is, especially in like Cuban music. 1, 2. E E E 1 and 2. This is, to me, number 6 is so powerful. Now if I'm playing funk. Watch. E E endless, right? Ah. Anyway, you see what I'm saying? Do you see how much you can apply this? Okay, if you have any questions, submit them in the question box. I know I'm being really everywhere because I want to, that's the thing. It's like you can see how just one, you can take any number and literally spend years on just one of these exercises. It's so big. That's why I don't like talking about one idea. I don't like it. I really don't like it. Like even saying the word licks, it just, for me, the concept of licks is so boxed. It's like, show me this idea. It's like, hey, I want to color my floor or buy a new SpongeBob carpet. Okay, I want to buy a new SpongeBob carpet. Instead of there's just one SpongeBob yellow, there's so many different kinds of yellow. There's gold yellow, there's like bright yellow, or there's red, bright red. There's so many different palettes. And that's how I like to think about music and these ideas. It really, when you really think about it, because really it all starts up here, these licks are very secondary. Because I used to try and learn all the licks in the world, and I used to be like, I'm going to learn everything. And then when it really came to improvising or playing it, none of it helped me. It's just like pick a few. Pick a few. Da gu gu ga, gu ga ga gu. Da da do do da 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 do do da da. Right? So remember I said before we finish today, I want us all to not memorize but internalize what we talked about today. So this is a test. So be ready. Before my time 2, I want you all to have it in your gut memory and speak it out before we end today. That's the challenge, okay? So we have like what, 15 minutes, 16 minutes, 17 minutes? So you have 17 minutes to, in your place, wherever you are, for, okay, number 1. I'm going to test you, number 1. I think it's, no. First one is, number 2, number 3, gudada. And then number 4, I think, crap. Number 4, I think, is, oh crap, now I'm forgetting. Oh, I'm close. Oh yeah, okay, I forgot. Dadu. Yeah. And then okay, see, I gotta internalize it too, but okay, that's the challenge. Okay. Numero 7. So this is my favorite idea. That whenever like I'm, we talked about soloing before, where it's taking an idea, starting, walking, going up, jumping up, coming down a bit, jumping even higher, going further, and building up intensity if you choose to do so in your solo. So if you look at number 7, let's isolate the idea first. Right, left, so singles and then double. So right, left, right, right. Left, right, left. Okay? And it's 60 note triplets. So if I'm going now. So, now how I like to apply this is on the cymbals. So check this out. So your right is going to go, watch. Right, left, right, okay? So right, left, right, and then left, right, left. So together it would be right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, left. Do that, do that. Go, 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 go. So. My favorite. So you can even sweep. So if we're going right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, left. I think it's double paradiddle in terms of technical terms, I think. Okay. So that's basically all I have. So I want everybody, let's go. Let me open the Drumeo, the Chayat. The Chayat. Okay. So everybody, let's speak what we see on the page. See, if we were all here in person, then I would be able to be like, you, speak it out. So today, you have to pretend that I'm watching you. Well, I am watching you. Okay. So let's speak. No, everyone, don't look at your PDF. Look at me on the screen. Okay. So let's say number 1. Speak it with me. So let's play a groove. Let's virtually, with our mouths, sing and feel the groove. Okay. Go, ka, go now. Again. Now. Groove. Number 2. Number 2 one more time. Number 3. Now. Okay. Now I think number 4. One E and a 2 E and E. Okay, let me redeem myself. Sing it with me. And when I'm singing this one, because it's on the upbeats, my left foot is just kind of hitting on the one. E. Very like casually, silently, automatically. So you can Okay? Then we have ready? Remember that's okay? Now last one. Okay, ready? Last one. Oh no, I'm missing one. Okay, I'm missing one. Okay, I know which one I'm missing, okay? I think this is like the hand and kick, okay? Dagu 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 dagu. Okay, last one. Did you internalize it? And even if you haven't right now, even if you internalize just number 1, that's okay. As long as you just take 1 away. And around your house, mental practicing is as important as sitting on your drum kit. Honestly. Walk around the house, pick 1 exercise for the rest of the week. Maybe pick one per day and go. And just, if you're listening to any song, pick an artist that you like listening to. Even when you're driving home and you're listening to the radio. I feel it coming. I feel it coming. Do da da do the coming. I feel it coming. Da do da da do da da do da da feel it coming. Okay. I feel it coming. I feel it coming. I feel it coming. Okay? That's the challenge for this week. All right, my friends. Now I'm going to check out the question. Okay, I'm going to check out the questions. So this week I want you to take away internalizing. There's that, I think I mentioned it before, and I'm sorry if I keep repeating the same thing. You know, if somebody has ever hurt you in the past, offended you, or, like made you feel bad in any way, maybe after a couple of years you'll forget exactly what happened, but you'll remember the feeling that it left. Or if somebody made you feel so good and they inspired you and you're like, and you'll forget what exactly happened, but you'll feel it. Um oh, my iPad died. That's okay. I'm going to open my internet here. Sorry guys. Um I'm going to go in a bit deeper way. This is going to be a bit dark, but this just shows the power of internalization. I'm just logging onto the Drumeo thing. My iPad died. Give me 1 second. Okay, it says that my password is incorrect. Oh, give me 1 more second. Give me 1 more second. I had automatic sign in. Sarah, you know better. You should be plugging in your iPad. I thought I charged it last night. I was watching Netflix last night, and I think it was on, and I thought I plugged it in. Please sign in. Please sign in. Please sign in. Oh. Okay. Okay. 1 second. Let me plug in my iPad. 1 second. 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. 1 second. Okay. I can't read. Yay, turn on it, turn on it, turn on. Okay, let it turn on, then I want to continue what I was saying. I was kind of going, I wanted to say, we were talking about feeling and about internalizing versus memory. And I wanted to say something that's a little more emotional and dark that really kind of gives evidence to the power of internalization. But let me just turn on the chat because I want to make sure that we're all on the same page together. Thanks for being patient with me. Are we good? Are we back? Yay, it's on. It's on. It's on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, good. We're back. Okay, great. So power of internalization. So my grandmother, I have two grandmothers that are alive. I love them so much. They are my rock and they have raised me. So one of my grandmothers in our culture, we call Nani, our mother's mother, and we call Daddy, our father's mother. So my Nani, she's in a nursing home. She's 93 and she's doing so great. Now my Daddy, she has dementia, and I think it's been diagnosed for the past couple of years. But now, like, there's, her memory is starting to get less and less, and it's hard for her to remember things. But you know what? One thing I've noticed is that the feeling and the emotion towards whoever she encounters is there, even though she can't remember the name. So, like, my mom went this past week to see her, and she knew my mom. Like, there was the emotion to my mom, but my mom's like, "What's my name?" And she called my mom somebody else, but she still had that feeling of who my mom was. And I believe, like, whether the dementia, it will get worse over time. And it's like, even if she doesn't recognize, because, like, in my, like, opinion, your memory is like a computer, but, like, diving into your heart and your soul, your loved one will never forget you. They'll maybe won't be able to academically recognize you, but that feeling of love will always be there. I know that's a little dark and a little deep, but, like, to me, that is the power of internalization versus memory, because you're really tapping into that space. Does that make sense? All right, let's change the mood up. I want to go into the questions, my friends. Okay, questions. Ooh, I love these. Okay, first the question. DMAC, when you're voicing a groove or lick and there are multiple instruments, drums, cymbals on a note, do you just focus on the snare? Or if that backbeat is obvious, do you focus on bass, tom, cymbals, whatever is not regular? Okay, I want to read this one more time. When you're voicing a groove or lick and there are multiple instruments, drums, cymbals on a note, okay, do you just focus on the snare? Do you just focus on the snare? Or if that backbeat is obvious, do you focus on bass, tom, cymbals, whatever is not regular? Correct me if I'm understanding correct me if I'm understanding correctly. I like I'm so when I was in high school, I was a part of, the jazz bands and stuff, and they would give us these charts, like drum charts, and I would need to sit with the chart for like a couple of minutes before I could really decipher and understand what's happening. But like we would have tests where they would put the sheet music in front of you, and some of the notes would be like bass drum and cymbal together, and for me, when I would see that, I was like, I can't follow, So I would just see what's the note rate, and and usually I like to break it down. So hand and kick would be my breakdown. So if I would see like a snare coupled with a cymbal, I would consider that as a hand, or if a kick would be coupled with a cymbal, I'd consider that as a kick. So if the sheet music said psh, goo, goo, psh, and let's say it was snare and cymbal, I would just play it on the snare, or I would choose the orchestration. Does that answer your question? So whatever you see that's written and there's stacks of instruments and different instruments, isolate it to the most finest point, the note rate, the voicing. Does that make sense? DMAC, let me know, and I will go more into depth. Oh, here. I mean, how do you say it? Sing it. Oh, I see. Oh, sorry. Okay. How do you say it? How do you say it, sing it, if there are multiple notes? So I would just choose one, or I would go pa, ooh, ooh, pa, pa, ooh, ooh, pa, or pa, pa, ooh. So it necessarily, when you're singing it, you don't have to literally isolate each sound source. It can just be cymbal, or it could just be snare. It could just be how you interpret it. So I wouldn't worry too much about it unless it's very necessary. Then pick the most important tone. Does that make sense? I hear my cat meowing outside. Oh my god, she's sitting outside. Do you guys want to see her? I can bring her in if you want. Let me know. Dave's gone drinking. That's funny. My drum student Gracie is watching with me. Hi, Gracie. And she wants to ask you, what's your least favorite sound to use on the drums, and if you like bananas. Lol, thank you. So, I'll start with the fruit, banana. I don't like bananas that much, to be honest. They're too heavy for me. I can have it in a smoothie. I'll have banana and strawberry smoothie. That's one of my favorite smoothies. We have this place, and I don't know if it's international or if it's just in Canada, called Freshly Squeezed, and it's smoothie place, and there would always be a discount on strawberry and banana smoothies. So that's my favorite smoothie, strawberry and bananas. But I wouldn't go out of my way to eat a banana. Does that make I hope that Michael Sosansusus. So my least, you know what? Lately, I've not liked the 12-inch tom. So I've never really liked the 12 tom, to be honest. It's to me, it didn't really make much sense because I didn't like the tone of it. And I'm if there's a low and a high, do I need it? But I go through these phases where I'm I don't need the 8. And then a month later, I'm what was wrong with me? I need the 8. Right now, watch. I'm going to say today that I don't need the 12 or I don't like it right now. Then watch. In 2 weeks, you're going to be heh, she's lying. She has the 12 back. So I would say that's where I'm at with that right now. You guys want to see my kitty? Okay, let me bring my kitty. Let me bring my kitty. Okay, 1 second, guys. I think my mom took her up. I told my mom, Mom, between 1 and 2, I'm teaching, so I need everyone to be quiet upstairs. So I think she took Miss Prada away. But she'll come back. I know she won't. I'll hear the meow. If she meows one more time, I'll bring her in. She loves hiding under the kick drum and the drums. She's the cutest. Okay. Any tips on dynamics and volume control? I tend to get louder during fills, crashes, etc. Sometimes um, the tendency of the song makes me want to play louder, and I end up upsetting some of my bandmates. Okay, I feel you when I hear that. You know what I feel? I feel that having control is so important. And control doesn't necessarily mean it's more than that, okay? So when I say control, is that like I'm actively telling myself, okay, fill is coming up and let me keep it softer. Louder. Soft. So practice that. Any song you're playing, when it gets to the fill, tell yourself, I'm getting to the fill, all right? But keep it soft. So like when I'm playing, I am in a relationship with what I'm doing. It's not like my hands are doing something that I can't connect or understand. So that's why I think the importance of singing these rhythms, or even if you want to keep it soft, and even if let's say it's a recording and you don't want to go like how I'm doing in your mind, or just go. Right? Then you can really be in control. Does that answer your question? I really recommend practicing that. All right, D Mac, can you tell us about your new drum space? Guess what? I'm in the same space, but I literally just turned my drums around. Like it's the same basement. Like that side is the red wall, and yeah, I just literally just turned around. I just needed a new change of scenery because I've been like in here doing a lot of work in the past week. I'm like, I just need to change it up. So it's the same room. I just literally turned the drums around. What kind of snare is that you're using today? Thank you for all you do, Sarah. Much love, Aaron. Thank you. And the snare that I'm using today, I've had this for a while. This is a Yamaha. Oh, I don't know the exact model. 1 second. Okay, it's a recording custom snare. I think this is deeper than what a regular snare would be. Yeah, it's like, I think 5.5 depth. I think 14 by 5.5 or 14 by 6. I think 5.5 or 6, but it's my favorite snare. And I like literally just cranked it up and tightened it up so you get a lot of it is fun. Next question. Any tips on playing with high speed? Yes! Okay. So every time I watch or used to watch and continue to watch my favorite players, I used to be under the impression that your arms have to be like machine guns, like The Rock, like, you know, like you have to, and I'm like, I don't have that advantage. So how can I achieve speed? And I started really hyper focusing on drummers' techniques and how they hold the stick. So one thing I noticed, their wrists and fingers are very loose. Very loose. Like, even if I want to play loud, I'm still very, very loose. Like, to the point, like, I'm never like, then like automatically I'll start feeling pain. Lightly. Like, not lightly, loosely. And look at my fingers. Can you see my fingers? Look at that. Fulcrum is always there, but keep it loose. Even when I'm scooping, I'm not going, like, avoid the robot stiffness. Think of yourself like jelly, like spaghetti. So, you want it to be with like the least amount of effort. I'm like literally, it's like tapping. Sometimes I'll have to muscle things out if I can't do it. But like, looseness is how to achieve fast speed. Slow practice, gradual practice, and consistency over time. Let me know if that answers the question. Last question that I see here. Vihar. Hi, Vihar. Not a question, Sarah, but a comment that we are so lucky to have you as a coach. You have unique and special style that means the world to me. Thank you so much. I'm so lucky to chat with you, to chat with everybody here. And the fact that you guys are like, even taking your time, like taking the time from your day to listen to me babble and show you stuff. I can't, like, it's still, it shocks me, like, that there's interest in what I have to say. And I have to say, it just means like everything to me. So I love you guys and appreciate you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. Okay. So my friends, I think we are, oh, it's past 2:00. Okay. Are there any more questions? My cat didn't come back. I think 'cause she heard me playing the drums, she didn't come back. But it's okay. Next week, if she comes back, I'll show you guys. Whenever I'm sitting here and I'm doing recordings, it's funny. If I talk for literally 5 minutes without hitting the drums, I'm gonna hear meow, meow, and I bring her right in, and it's funny. We just have like so much fun around here. But I think she heard the drums and she ran away. Haha. Okay, my friends. It is always so amazing to hang with you all. I love you guys so much. Today, for the rest of the week, for the rest of the year, and for eternity, the importance of internalization rather than memorizing. Okay, like, one last thing. It's like my sister's a pharmacist, my twin sister, and like, she had to memorize all the names of like, Tylenol has this side effect, or this has this side effect, and it's important to memorize. But like, I remember like she would, for example, study for like a month in advance, or like 2, 3, because they had these final exams where it was like books and books of information that she had to retain. And she would like say like, you can't do it overnight, because if you do it overnight, you're just going to know it for your test, and then for the rest of your career you won't have it a part of you. And we're not here to just memorize things just to make a video, or we're not here okay, I'll speak for myself. I'm not here to memorize something just for the sake of it. I'm here to create longevity in any idea that I'm doing, and it becomes a very musical, intentional experience. So I really, one thing that if you can take one thing away from today is internalizing and understanding the power of it. Let it take time. It's not about, let me just turn up the metronome and see how fast I can go. It's like ta gu gu ga ga gu gu ga, right? Du ga ga gu gu ga ga gu. Da u da u da u da 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 du da du da du. Da ga du da 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 du da 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 ga da du da ga da da ga da da ga da. Right? So internalize. So much love, hugs, kisses to all of you. I shall see you next week. Oh, by the way, next Thursday, I have a video shoot, so I won't be able to be here on Thursday, but I'm going to be here this coming Monday instead of Thursday. So tune in on Monday, 1 p.m. EST, and I'll see you on Monday. Love you guys. Bye.